Any challenges in listening? Let me know if you have any challenges in listening the content or whatever it is. If you have any questions, please feel to ask me at any time. Okay. So here, I just want to share my screen to share what are the topics we're going to cover in this session. Okay. Okay. So coming to the Snowflake, okay. So coming to the first of all data warehousing, okay. I just want to know the data warehousing. Did you know the data warehousing is the complete data which is going to be used for the reporting purpose, to take the decisions, the higher management, and all those things. So every day, we're going to collect some millions, trillions of data across the world. Okay, so that data is going to be used to take the decisions, to take the right decisions, and right in the right time. So coming to the Snowflake is one of the cloud services database system. Okay, as you know, like we have other database systems like Oracle, MySQL, and remaining all the database systems. But here the Snowflake is the cloud database system. I just want to give the brief about what the database and all those things. Okay, the simple example for you is all the people know the laptop, right? So every laptop contains a hard disk. What is the hard disk is going to be do? Hard disk is going to be store the data, whatever the operations we're going to do. Simple. So if you open, if you open your laptop and you're going to open the Excel and going to put some entries there itself. Okay, for example, name, marks, percentage, address, phone numbers, and all. Okay, I just want to open the Excel to you. It's very basic things. Okay, I just want to give the brief about the data warehousing so that you will get the better idea. And after that, I'm going to cover what are the topics I'm going to cover in this course content and all. Okay, here if you see, when you open your laptop, you just open. Just going to give the few entries. And contact number, and so here I just want to give the few entries. Okay, and the name is Mahesh, and who's the people? Muhammad, and few other. Okay, and address is 1 2 3 4 5 2 3 4 5 5 6 7 8. Okay, and these are the numbers, and the contact number is 98996645 78 something. It's a numbers, right? Maybe a few data entries is going to be updated. Okay, so this is the information I just want to share in my laptop. Going forward, whenever I required, I just open this Excel. I just want to go share this data into my laptop hard disk. Okay, here I'm going to share in the documents folder. Okay, I just want to close, and I'll go to the documents tab. And sample Excel is there here. Okay, so here I just want to know the Muhammad contact number. I just want to know the Muhammad contact number. I will go there and I will pick the contact number, and I can dial this number. Okay, so these are the regular information we're going to use in a daily basis. This is the only simple example. This Excel is going to be shared some of the hard disk, right, which is known as the server. Maybe in the organization level, it will call it as a server or database system. Okay, every organization is going to be generate very huge volume of data on daily basis. Very huge volume of on daily basis. For example, if you take the DMart system, DMart supermarkets, okay, Every day, DMart is going to be generate huge volumes of invoices. Every day when you go in front of the DMart, and if you do some billing system, it is going to be give all the details, like what are the items you're going to purchase, the numbers, the rates, and all those things. Okay, so each and every customer is going to generate huge volume of data. That volume of data will going to be stored in some servers itself, okay, and that all the information is going to be useful to take the decisions from the DMart management system, okay. So I think maybe I just want to ask you people, are you following, or do you have any other things? Team, please unmute. And are you people is following?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's good. Do you have any inconsistency, or do you have any problems?
No, sir.
That's fine. So here, the companies, the organized systems, like if you take as a Walmart system, if you take as a DMart, if you take as Apollo hospitals, if you take as some other Infosys companies, and almost all organizations in the world have huge volume of data in their daily operations. Every organization, every small and medium business have its own data. It's going to be generate its own data on daily basis. Okay, there is no alternative. So it should generate certain volume of data on daily operations. For example, on if you take it as a little example, like Amazon, Flipkart, whatever it is, each and every e-commerce system, each and every supermarkets, hospitals, educational institutions, and every medium and huge volume of business is going to be generate very huge volume of data on daily basis. Okay, that's fine. If the organization is going to be generate the data, so here they want to save the data in somewhere else. They want to save the data in somewhere else. Every day it's going to be generated in a .txt formats or CSV formats or XLS, whatever it is. Okay, so these are all TXT or CSV. On all this information is not going to give the full-fledged information. Or what I'm going to tell you is these systems is not going to give the decision-making information for us. For example, okay, as I told earlier, the DMart system is going to generate invoices for each and every customer. Okay, and that data is going to be stored in some servers, some database systems. But that information is not going to be useful if it doesn't populate in a correct way. Okay, I will give more examples to you. Let it open. In the meantime, I will continue the session. Okay. Here, each and every organization is going to be generate the data, and the data should be stored in somewhere else, like in the hard disk, like whatever the file I have saved in this my laptop, right? It was going to be stored in my hard disk. In the similar fashion, all the organization is going to be generate the data, and which is going to be stored in the servers. Okay. So here the database coming to the picture. Database is the you can call it as a hard disk of the organization, which is going to be in TBs. Like it's in very huge volume of TBs. Like our laptops contains GBs, but organization is coming to the TBs of volume. Terabytes of information is going to be stored on every data. It's thousands of TB volume of data is going to be stored in the database. Database is nothing but the hard disk. Okay, so far you clear, right? You getting the point what I'm trying to convey to you. Okay, right? I will take it as a yes from your side. Okay. So once this data is going to be stored in the database systems, we should make it as a very conventional model, and which is a very meaningful model. For example, if one CEO of the company should know which area the company is getting more profits. For example, if maybe you people has one single company in Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, okay, and you have n number of stores, like 10 to 15 stores of your organization, and you should know which organization, which place you're getting more profits and which place you're getting less profits, and you're getting losses. So you should take the decisions whether you want to whether you want to continue in the particular location, or you want to improve some aspects in the in that location, or something else. Okay, so to take the better decisions, we need very good volume of data. We need very good volume of data to take the better decisions of your business. Let us think it in this way. Okay, you people have some small organization. Let us take, if it is a supermarkets. The supermarkets is distributed across the state, maybe Hyderabad, Vijayawada, Kakinada, Rajahmundry, and Nelluru, and Chitturu, and all those places. Okay, you're sitting in one single place, and you just want to take the decisions. What are the locations you're getting more profits, and what are the products you're getting more business? Yeah, Mohammed. Someone? Hello? Anyone? Anyone have questions? That's fine. Okay. So if you're sitting in your cabin of your offices, and you just want to take the decisions, which location or which products you're getting more benefits or more profits and all those things. Okay. So to take the decisions, the data will help you in a very good manner to get the correct decisions. If you have certain data, list of data, like maybe in Hyderabad, you have 10 to 15 branches, and maybe one of the branch is not operating well, and few other branches is operating in a very good manner. For example, like KPHP, Miapur, or SR Nagar, and these locations will getting more profits, and maybe Dilshuk Nagar, LB Nagar, and some other places is not getting profits. Okay, so you don't want to continue your business in LB Nagar or Dilshuk Nagar, which is getting losses to your business. Okay, how should you know? How should we know? If the data is there, we can take the very good decisions. If data is not there, how can we take the decisions? It's a collaborated thing. Like 11 branches, we're getting more, this much of volume of data, and the economy will not give the full information, right? So if you have the data for each and every branch of your business, and you have the collected data, and you make it as a very sensible information, and you can know what are the branches is getting more profits, and what are the branches is getting less profits, and what are the products is getting more profits, and all those things. So to make that, definitely we need data warehousing. To take the very good decisions on your business, almost all organizations required the database. Nowadays, everything should be in a software model. Okay, everything will be in a software model. So each and every entry should be captured in system, right? If I'm not wrong, even all the supermarkets, hospitals, education institutions, whatnot, metros, transportations, everything will be captured in a systems. Everything will be captured in a softwares. Okay. So to make the help of the software, we can take the decisions, we can improve our businesses, and we can go in a very good manner by using this data. Okay. I hope you got where data warehousing is going to use. Now, what is database systems? So once the business is going to generate the data, we should place the data in some certain places, right? We should not put it the data into the air, right? We should not put that information in some pen drives or something else, right? Definitely, it should have some dedicated storage system, which is known as database. It has its own meaning. Database is which contains the complete information or complete data of the particular organization, which is known as a database. Okay, here previously, nowadays it's almost all the software is in a cloud. Previously, there is on-premises database, on-premises systems, which is known as Oracle, MySQL, Teradata, and few other database systems. Okay, here all these database systems will exist in on-premises, in office locations. It has the server rooms. It has some dedicated server rooms. The database will be stored in some physical location in your office premises, which is very strictly prohibited. No one can go there. It has its own security methodology, locking system, and all those things. And someone has to maintain the system. No one has to go there. Some security people will pretend to go there. Okay, and some fire alarms will be established. No power fluctuations and all those things. Okay, in before 2010, before that. Now, how the world gets changed is everything should be in a cloud. Everything should be in a cloud, which is we don't want to maintain any servers in our local premises. For example, if you are going to own one single business, okay, which is 10 crore business, and each and every day you're going to store some 1 TB of data, 1 TB of volume of data you're going to store. Okay, if it is not cloud, you have to maintain one separate server room in your business, okay, which is should be protected from other people. No one has to theft your data, and it should be power fluctuate. There is no power fluctuations, security, upgradations, patches, everything should be there. Now, in 2020, 2022, 23, if you're going to own the business, some 10 crores of business, and you want to store the data, you don't need to buy any servers now. You don't need to go any servers now. Okay, just go to the online website links, and you can purchase from Amazon AWS services, Amazon Web Services, Microsoft Azure, Google GCP, Google Cloud Platform, and obviously the Snowflake. Any questions? Any questions so far? Just hear some.
Raju, I have just a small doubt.
Yeah,
So
please.
what you are telling is like, if we want to purchase the data, we can purchase through AWS and Snowflake, like kind of servers. You are
Right.
telling, instead of putting in a room and with the larger server boxes and data boxes and all. Correct.
Exactly. You got the point.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay. Instead of buying the servers and putting into your local on premises, okay, you don't need to buy anything. You don't need to get any servers. You don't need to install any servers in your business, in your local premises. Okay, just go to the website link. Okay, these are all the websites links, and you just go there. And if you search for AWS, the AWS will be going to launch, and you have dedicated servers here. You just pay and get the server. Even the server is not with you, but server is more protected. Your server is more protected from AWS services. Okay, I think I answered your question.
Yeah, but like where we can, it's like invisible, or what do you mean by exactly server? It's a data, Raju.
It's a you can consider it as a hard disk, madam. You can consider it as a hard disk of your laptop. Okay, if it is a GBs of volume, you just going to store your all the data into your laptop only, right? Not going to the any servers. If it is a small volume of data, if it is a GBs, you just purchase your laptop, and it has maybe 500 GB or 1000 GB of data and 1000 GB of hard disk. Okay, and you can save anything in your hard disk, right? There is no limitations. You can save your XLS files, .txt files, .dat files, audios, videos, everything.
Okay, got it.
It has full access to you, and you can open your laptop, and you can access your data, and you can see, and you can take the decisions, right? And in a similar way, if it is a personal use, you're going to use your laptop as a hard disk of your database. But if it is organization level, it's very huge. Every day it's going to be generate some GB, terabytes of data. For example, I will give you one best example for you. Let us take in any bank like SBI, HDFC, Axis, something else, whatever the huge corporate banks. Okay, do you know how much volume of data is going to be generated on every day? Is it possible to store all this data into your local system in the laptop? Do you know how many customers each and every bank it has? It's a very huge. It's very, very, very huge. And you know, each and every of your transaction is going to be captured somewhere. And when you ask for the mini statement, it's going to be fetch the details to you, and it's going to be showcased to you, right?
Yeah.
Yes, right. So if you're putting all this information in the laptop, is it possible to get it? No, right? It's not possible to store the data. It's not possible to store the data in your laptops, right? It's very huge, terabytes of volume. And when you're going to retrieve the data, it's not that much of fast and easy access to get the information. Like we'll consider like this. Maybe your laptop contains 500 GB of data, and you almost filled 450 or 480 of GB of your data. And when you're going to try one big file, which contains like 10 file, you're going to pull the data. Definitely, it will take 2 to 3 minutes of time to open that file. I'm sure. Let's just give it a try in your meantime. Maybe post this session. If you're going to store some very big volume of data in Excel, which contains very big volume of data, okay, try to open that Excel. At least it will take 30 to 1 minute of your time. Why? Because it's supposed to be the processor need to be invoked, and that need to be called the hard disk data, and that should be retrieved, and that should be displayed. This much of process should be happening in the backend, and it should be displayed in your front end, which is going to be take 1 minute of time. In that case, if any of your customer, SBI customer, is going to be fetch is bank statement, like last 6 month statement or 1 year statement. Okay, when you click okay, it's going to be generate the statement within 1 minute. Is that much of easy to extract the data from very huge volume? Right? It's very, very, very biggest task to get it. But the systems are designed in such a way the performance should be very fast, and maybe every customer doesn't have that much of patience to be wait for 5 minutes or 10 minutes. If I go to the online banking and if I ask for one single statement for 6 months, it will take, let us wait for 10 minutes. Is the customer is going to be wait? Do you have that much of patience? No, right? We doesn't have that much of patience. When you click OK, it should display the products. It should display the statement, right, within 1 minute or 30 seconds of time. How it is going to be retrieved in its fastest manner? The systems are designed in such a fashion. The servers, the Oracle, the database systems is designed in such a way that the retrieval and performance should be very much accurate. Very much accurate. One more better example I can give it for you. Did you buy anything in your Amazon website? Right. Almost all people is going to be buy in online in Amazon website, right? Do you know how many products Amazon website have? It's millions. Millions of products are there. Not only India, it contains across the globe. It contains a very, very, very huge volume of products it has. But when you fetch for one single, like shuttle bat or something, maybe some other crockery units or something, or mobiles or TVs, when you search it, definitely within the less than 30 seconds of time, I'm sure within the less than 30 seconds of time, it's going to be retrieve the results and it's going to be shown to you. How it is going to be happen? In the back end, the database systems are designed such a way that whatever the customer, whatever the front-end user is asking, we should give the results in an immediate fashion, not getting any delay time. And the results will be very accurate and it's up to date. Maybe one of the phone, maybe iPhone, is going to placed in like 50,000 or 60,000 rupees. Maybe in the festival season, it's going to be reduced 40,000. Is it okay to show the last the 50,000 cost, the previous cost? No, right? It should be updated, and it can retrieve the accurate value for today's values, right? These are all things will be happening in the back end. That's what the database is more and more helpful in everyday lives. But the people doesn't know what's happening in the back end. But these are all things will be handled by the database systems in the back end. Clear?
Yes,
Clear?
yes.
Yeah. Please, maybe if you ask any questions, I feel very happy. I guess whatever I'm telling, that may be helpful to you, and that you can getting that points. If you're being silent, I'm a little bit confused whether people is understanding or not.
Actually, can you please define Snowflake
Definitely,
simply?
definitely, definitely. Definitely, Chaitanya. Instead of directly jumping into the Snowflake, I just want to give what is database systems, what it's going to be used, where it is going to be used. Okay. Yeah. Once you make understand the basic concepts like what is database and all those things, then definitely I will go to the Snowflake. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Now it's time to go for the Snowflake. As earlier I said in the previously. On-premises database systems is there everywhere. If you go for SBI Bank, you can see one server room there, which contains very huge racks, like it's around 12 feet or 15 feet of one single room will be there, and the servers is running there, lights are blinking there, and no one can go there. The security people will stop there and all those things. Okay, that's the physical server rooms. Server rooms is nothing but the database systems. All the database systems will be stored there. All your transactions, data, the banking transactions, everything will be captured into the systems that are all more protected, that are all on-premises database. That is the best example to you. When you are, maybe I doesn't know whether it is there now at this time or not, but previously when I go to the bank, I can see very huge volume of very big rooms of data service rooms there. Okay, now it's a earlier case of like 2010 or this on-premises database systems is there. Now how the market will become is, it's everything will be in a cloud. Everything will be in cloud. If I want to buy the database systems, I don't want to purchase any physical things. Okay, I just go to the online store and I can request those people, I can pay online, and I can get my server. Okay, what the cloud is? It's online premises. Online premises. I'll show you the PPT to you as well. Okay. Snowflake is one of the database system. Here I can come to the conclusion, right? Snowflake is one of the online database system. Okay, if you want to buy the Snowflake database system, just you can go to the online and you can buy, and you can get the dedicated server to you. Okay, this is the online database system. Here in this course, what we're going to learn is, these are the topics like conventional data warehousing challenges. What is Snowflake? The Snowflake architecture, data storage, web interface, and Snowflake stages, and all those things. Okay. See here. Previously, when it is an online database systems, we have, these are all the challenges. Data collected in a structured forms, like the system will be the database system is going to be stored only .txt, .csv. These are all structured data. Structured data means, I will show you. Sorry. Okay, here. So previously, the Oracle and all the existing database systems will be stored in a structured format. Structured format means everything will be in the same structure. Like if it is the row number 1 and the name is Raju and the number is this one and location is Hyderabad, which is going to be separate in a column format, semicolon. It's a column format. Okay. So if it doesn't give any information, like maybe Secunderabad and I will say it's a Guntur. Okay. The file is not going to be stored. The file is not going to be stored. Why? Because the structure get differentiated here. The structure is get differentiated. The system will only know there is 4 columns, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I will show you 1, 2, 3, 4, and all those things. And these are the column extra we received, and which is not going to be stored the data. Okay, so these are all. That's what here the people is telling. Data collected in the structure formats. This is the structure format basically, which is separated by comma, and it has 4 dedicated columns. The data, the continuous data will seems to be in the same way until maybe thousands, lakhs, or whatever it is. Volume predicted. Like if you see, okay. Volume predicted. Let us take in your laptop as an example. If you buy the laptop for 50,000, which is contains 500 GB of data, okay, and that is fixed, we can't able to change the hard disk. Maybe we can extend, but that's not going to work in a proper way. I'm telling the fixed one, 500 GB of data, 500 GB of your laptop, which is going to be fixed, which is not going to be changed. Okay, and some other time your data is going to be increased, and you just want to increase your hard disk. What's the challenge? What the challenges do you have? You have to sell your old one and you have to buy new one. Correct, right? If it is not extendable, you just forget about the old one. You just need to leave that old one, 500 GB of hard disk, and you have to buy 1 TB or 2 TB of that thing. Okay. In the similar way, the database systems also. If you're going to buy the server of 50 TB of server, if the volume is full, we can't do anything. We need to buy new one. We have to left the old one, and we have to buy the new one. Another 50 TB or 100 TB of volume. Okay, which is volume predicted. You should know the business should, we have to analyze the business, how the business is growing on for the next 5 years or 10 years, and we have to buy 50 TB or 100 TB. That's fixed. Once that is full, we're going to buy the new one. And data sources are more numerous and varied. And here the data sources, we should know what are the data sources, whether it is coming from billing system, whether it is coming from manual entries, whatever it is. And compromising performance. As earlier I told you, we should compromise on the performance. If the volume of data increases, the performance, the output of the performance is going to be reduced. If 500 GB of volume of hard disk is going to be full up with 480 or 460, the retrievability will be very slow. The retrievability is very slow, and there is a drastic decrease in the performance. And scaling up is possible but expensive. Okay, as earlier I told, if you want to increase 50 TB to 100 TB, scaling up means it is going to be increase your volume of data, volume of servers. Okay, is possible but expensive. It is very huge in rate. To overcome all those things, to overcome all these features, Snowflake coming to the picture. Okay. Snowflake data warehouse built for the cloud. Snowflake is the complete database system. It's a database. Maybe I'm going to answer your challenges question to you. Snowflake is a complete data warehouse built for the cloud, which is not existing in any premises. If you want to see your database, you can't see, which is available in cloud only, which is maybe somewhere in the world. Those people is going to be take care of your servers if you buy the thing. Provided software as a service. You don't need to worry about any security concerns, any maintenance cost, anything else. Okay, forget about it. You just buy your Snowflake server. That's it. Forget about the security. The people is going to be do, and extension they're going to the people is going to be take care. Just they will take the money from you, and they will do everything for you. If you want to increase your database system, just send a mail, a request in online. They will going to increase your database system from 50 TB to 100 TB within minutes. Within minutes. Let us you people imagine, if you people has the servers in an on-premises and you want to increase from 50 TB to 100 TB, what's the process you should do? What's the process you should follow? You have to go to some company and you have to pay the money and you have to buy the server, and that should be do transportation in some lorry or something else. That should be come to your premises, okay? And that should be some place will be allocated to there, and some power plugin should be there, and some a cooling system will be there, and everything will be protected, right? But as a Snowflake, if you want to buy the database system, just request those people in online and they can do within minutes of time. And separate dedicated server is allocated to you, and you can store all your volume of data into the particular server, which no one can go into your database system. They're going to provide the privacy to you and security, patching, everything they're going to take care. Okay, it's a multi-custard. I will explain this topic once we step into the course, because if I say here, you will be a little bit confused, and this thing as well. Both the things I will cover in a course. And offerings, instant elasticity. Instant elasticity means it's going to be increased at any size by requesting those people and by paying the money. Secure data sharing. We can able to share the data. Maybe we people, 10 people are there. If you want to share the data among us, that's very much secure. It's not going to go to the third person. No one can hack my data. If I put my data in the Snowflake database system, no one can hack my data. I can securely share all this information among the team. Per second pricing, which is very much interesting concept here. Per second pricing, which is going to be the people is going to be charged per second. How much volume of data you're going to store and how much volume of data you're going to retrieve. Okay, in some time, maybe Monday to Friday, you're going to store some huge volume of data, and from Saturday, Sunday, you're not going to use. Those people will charge only from Monday to Friday only. If you're not going to retrieve the data on Saturday, Sunday, it's zero cost. Those people is not asking any single penny from your side. Whatever you use, they're charging that much. If you are not using, they're not charging. It should be ideal. Across multiple clouds. Across multiple clouds means, as of now in the market, there is 3 cloud teams are there. One is Amazon Web Services, and second one is GCP, Google Cloud Platform, and third one is Microsoft Azure. Okay, and Snowflake is going to use all the cloud services. It is going to be integrated with all the services. Okay, Chiranjeevi, you got the answer, or you still have any questions? You there? Chaitanya, sorry, not Chiranjeevi, Chaitanya Raj. Are you there? Okay, that's fine, no problem. And in this course, we're going to cover how the server is established, and what makes it more effective to give the performance, and why we need Snowflake compared to the remaining database systems. As you know, in the market there is lot many database systems. Why the people should prefer Snowflake? Correct, right? Obviously, in the generic question, we have n number of competitors in the market. Why should we learn Snowflake? Why should we learn Snowflake? That's a very good question we need to understand, right? As per my experience, the Snowflake team, the person who knows the Snowflake, okay, and who can do n number of things in the Snowflake, his package is 40 lakhs per annum on an average. On an average. Why? Because the people is there is no people available in the market who knows the Snowflake, and almost all organizations require the Snowflake database systems, and the organizations need the people who know the Snowflake. The people who know the Snowflake has very much huge demand in the current market, because Snowflake is currently the trending database system for almost all organizations, and the organizations required the technical capabilities who knows the Snowflake. And this is one of the fact, it's around 40 lakhs per annum is the average salary of the persons who knows the Snowflake very well. Okay, and this is the architecture which makes very good performance to the Snowflake for the huge volume of data. Coming to the capabilities of Snowflake. Capabilities of Snowflake is AWS, Azure, and Google Cloud platforms. As I earlier told, there is 3 competitors in the market who is providing the cloud services: AWS, Azure, and Google. Okay, and these are all no PK, FK constraints. These are all internal technical things. I will make sure you are very much convenient and comfortable in these aspects once you completed the course. Okay, and these are all very much technical things. Snowflake SQL, DML, SQL functions, stored process, views, materialized, analytics, aggregation functions, and all. Okay, and someone, Mohammed, that someone has told that he knows Informatica, data stage and all. Okay, Mohammed, here the data integration tools is going to use Informatica, Talent, Pentaho, etc. I will explain what are these things is going to be do. And
Okay.
these are all things is going to be used in the Snowflake. I will make sure this where we're going to use these things. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. And differentiations, storage and compute, user experience, performance is more important. Indexing, performance tuning, partitioning, database feature, database system, storage and compute, how is going to be. Like here in the course, what I'm trying to tell you is I'm going to cover all the topics, like how the server is, how the server architecture is designed, and what makes is a better performance, and how it is going to be handle such a huge volume of data, and what is the pricing cost, and why people should prefer Snowflake. At end of the course, you people were very much confident saying that Snowflake is one of the best database systems in the market, in the world market, which is very much flexible. You feel impressive. Okay, I'm not talking about the course, what I'm telling. Okay, if you know the Snowflake, you end of the course, maybe once you learn the Snowflake, you should be in a very good impression stating that Snowflake is one of the best services across the globe for the running organizations or businesses. Okay, and here, see here, I prepared a lot many things here. Once we step into the course, I can explain each and everything here. See here, this is one of the Snowflake internal content. Okay, and data is going to be stored in this way, and we're going to write all those things, and we can understand what's going to be happen, and the data will be stored. See here, row ID, first name, last name, city, postal code, and all those things, which is going to be very helpful to the organizations to take the decisions and all. Okay, and these are all the different technologies in the current market is going to be use Snowflake. Is going to be use the Snowflake. Okay, here these are all the ETL tools: Informatica, Data Vault, Hunters, Ultron, and almost all technologies: Oracle, SAP, IBM, ClickView, reporting tools, and worksheets, SQLs. Almost all Lookers, Power BI, like Tableau, Power BI, ClickView, and IBM Cognos, SAP, Oracle. These are all reporting tools, which is going to be give very good visualizations. Visualization means I will show one good example to you. See, once we store the data, once we're going to store the data in a very effective manner, and the higher management can see these reports, they can understand what the sales happen, what's the profit you're getting, profit margin is how much the profit margin you're getting, and different sectors, what are the different sectors we're getting, what is the sector we're getting more number of profits, and what is the sector we're getting less number of profits, and they can take the respective decisions how the business should increase and the proper respective decisions. Okay, and see, you can see a lot many things. If you go in the Google and you can see the Power BI reporting or Cognos reporting, these are all generating in a very good visualization reports. Okay, in the back end, we're going to generate very huge volume of data in a proper way, and that's going to be generated in this fashion. I will show you. I will make you comfortable to make these things. And these are NoSQL alternative things. Okay, and we should understand how the database system is stored internally. This is the physical structure, but these are the logical things which is going to be handled in the database system. Okay, S3 GCP storage, and which is going to be get the files and store into the database system. And these are all very internal, very in-depth knowledge. Okay, don't afraid by seeing all those things. I will explain each and everything. And few other things is we're going to cover these many topics, each and every topic, how it's going to be 10. And Snowflake features are like these are all more useful Snowflake techniques which is going to be used. Time travel, zero copy cloning, these are all things. Instant live data sharing, okay, SnowSQL, database applications, loading and unloading continuous data, micro partitioning, billing and pricing, and everything, whatnot. So it's already 12, I guess. I don't want to extend more of your time. We'll give for 5 minutes of the time to share your views and my views. I just want to answer all your questions. I just want to stop my screen and we'll discuss. Okay. Yeah, please. It's your time.
Raju, one general question that I want to know.
Yes,
Actually, what I get confused is, for suppose you're telling Snowflake. So for this, what is the business productivity? Like how we are using in a business? Like for suppose if you are belongs to SQL, then you can put all queries and all in this SQL MySQL server, and we can execute over there. Likewise, for this Snowflakes, where like is there any particular tool we want to retrieve the data or we want to store the data? Or you're telling, right, for this data management system we need to restore and all. So for that, is there any tool, like any third-party tool, or this database itself it's a middleware? So that I get a bit confused.
Very good question, Chandana. I will answer your question. Okay, so the Snowflake is the database system, Chandana. Okay, it's going to be store the data. Okay, and if you want to retrieve the data, we should use obviously almost all the database systems is going to use the common language as a SQL, structured query language. You don't need to learn any new other things. Only the SQL is going to help you to retrieve the data. Like maybe if you have experience in some other MySQL or Teradata, some other things, right? Maybe what is the process you're supposed to follow to know the results? You're just going to find the SQL statement, select star from the table, right? Select star from the table. In the similar way, in the Snowflake also the same syntax. There is nothing different here. Maybe few characteristics or a few properties going to be changed. Okay, maybe not in the common way. It's in a very in-depth level. Maybe few characteristics or few properties or few keywords is going to be changed to get the data retrieval. Otherwise, the base rule will be the same for all the database systems. Not only for the Snowflake, it's common for all the systems. Like see, as a humans, we are communicating in a proper language, either it is in English or Telugu or Hindi, whatever it is. Okay, so the communication here, the language will be the base to communicate you and me. Here the English is the communication language between you and me. Okay, maybe you are in some place, I'm in some place, but the communication language will be the same for English, right? In the similar way, if it is whatever the database system, forget about the database system, Teradata, Oracle, SQL, MySQL, Pentaho, whatever it is. But the underlying rule to get the data retrieval is SQL. structured query language. That is the communication language which is going to be used to communicate from the human to system, database system, from the machine. So nothing need to be learned. Only the SQL is more enough to know these things.
Okay. Okay.
Can I answered your question, Chandana, or did you have any?
Yeah.
That's
No, like you're telling that no other third parties, only the database we communicating through SQL, this one SQL server.
Exactly. Ma'am. SQL is the common language to communicate between database system to human interface.
Okay, Raj, thank you.
That's good. Yeah, please, remaining all, it's welcome to ask the questions. I'm more interested to answer your questions.
Hi, sir. This is Yamini.
Yamini, please.
Sir, what is the role of Python and Talent ETL in Snowflake?
Python and Talent, right, ma'am? Okay.
Yeah.
So Python is different, ma'am, and Talent is different. Okay. Talent is ETL tool here. Talent is the ETL tool, and Python is the common language, which is going to be with the Python we can do n number of things here. Okay. I will explain with one best example to you. The talent tool is the ETL tool, which is going to be transform the data, which is going to be fine tune the data. Okay. For example, I have received one .txt file. Okay, one .txt file from the organization. Okay, I just want to put that information into the Snowflake database system. I received in the front end. I received as a .txt file. .txt is not that much of convenient to see the data. Maybe if it is 5 records or 10 records or 15 records or 20 records, that will be fine. But if the text file contains 1,000 lines or 10,000 lines, is that much of flexible to see the data there? No, right?
No.
Let us assume one .txt file contains 10,000 of data, 10,000 of rows. And if you want to search for Raju record there, it's very difficult for me to understand where the Raju record, I'm supposed to find that record and have to go towards the right and what the values got populated there. Okay. So I want to put this file into my Snowflake database system, okay, which is in a tabular format. If it is in table format, the data seems to be very fine-tuned and very interesting and very convenient way to understand the data. So here I use the talent tool, talent ETL tool. ETL means extraction, transformations, and load. So which is going to be extract the .txt file and going to do some transformations, maybe removing the duplicate records and removing some extra spaces records and all those things. Okay. And load, ultimately load is I'm going to load this data into my Snowflake database. Okay, so once I place all this information into my Snowflake table, it's easy to understand the data, and from there the ClickView or Power BI or Talent or some other Microsoft BI, whatever the tools, is going to use that database to visualize the data in a very effective graphical model. Okay. That's the talent tool it's going to be do there, and lot many tools is there, ma'am. Like ETL, we have lot many tools. As earlier I told, Informatica Cloud is there, Dataspace is there, and data integration tools are there. Lot many, Pentaho and some other tools, Matillions, and in the market there is very huge number of ETL tools are available. That's customer wish to choose which tool he want to adapt. He is going to adapt the tool and he is going to do the complete cycle. And coming to the Python, with the Python, we are going to do n number of things, not only single thing. Maybe Informatica, some other tools is going to useful only in the ETL aspect, but Python is going to do very huge variety of functional things here, logical things here. Maybe I can schedule the jobs using Python code. I can call the Python script to do the transformation logics and all those things. Python can be used in a very huge aspects. Yamini.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, sir.
Clear, right?
Yeah. Clear, sir.
That's fine. Yeah. Good. Yeah. Remaining ones. Mahesh, Muhammad, Chaitanya Raj, Manjula.
Yeah, no doubt.
Chaitanya Raj, you're clear? Okay, that's good.
If non-IT background also, you need to learn this.
There is no segregation, Chaitanya. IT, non-IT, that's a stupid segregation. I think so. Okay, everyone is technical. Everyone is not technical. Okay, if you're interested to learn, that's enough. That's enough. IT, non-IT is not a big deal actually.
Actually, I'm IT background only. My one of two more friends is there. That's why.
Yeah, the enthusiasm and the interest we're going to pay to learn things is a subject here. Like maybe initial days, maybe the IT non-IT people will face some understanding challenges in the initial days, but once they feel comfortable, they can ramp up.
Okay, Raju, thank you. Actually, they're confusing to choose the course. AWS DevOps or this one. That's why I'm asking you.
Do you know DevOps has lot many modules. DevOps contains like 20 plus modules. We should know almost all, like Jenkins, CI/CDs, and a lot many things. I know a few of the things in DevOps. It contains 20 plus modules. We should know all the modules, and that's more in technical. That's more in coding standards actually. Most coding will be there in DevOps.
This
It's
one,
up to
what
you.
is the time period, Raju?
I'm trying to complete the course in 13 days if it is no holidays. As you know, like maybe coming days is some Pongal holidays, okay, and few other things, Saturday,
Okay.
Sundays, all of this. If any holidays comes, maybe we'll extend 10 more days there. But 30 to 40 days is a more convenient and sufficient time to complete the course to cover all the topics.
Okay, Raju. In real time, how it's like experience? We don't know.
I will help you, Chaitanya. It's my responsibility to make you convenient in the real-time world. Okay. I will explain my current project, whatever I'm working. Okay. With not in depth level, but up to some level, I can show and then explain what the real things happen. Like in my lifetime, my complete IT experience, I handle like 8 to 9 projects complete end to end. So that I can take one of the project, like I can explain 2 more projects to you. As I told, I work for Standard Chartered Bank and HSBC Bank and Toronto airports and few other things. Like key projects is there. I try to explain those things, what happened from end to end, so that you will make comfortable.
Okay, Raju, thank you.
Yep. Thank you, Chaitanya. And Mohammed, I guess, did you feel comfortable? Mohammed? Okay. Aparna? Yes, Aparna, do you have any questions? Your voice is not audible. Your voice is not audible, Aparna, that's fine. Any other one? Yeah, many. Sorry, come again.
No?
Yeah, please.
Yeah. Why Snowflake is I preferred? I mean, this is my personal actually.
Yeah, that's it's not a personal. It's a standard question you should ask. Okay. Even I'm telling that why should you prefer Snowflake? Okay.
Yeah.
Coming to the, I will explain in detail to you, Aparna. Maybe it's going to extend a few more minutes. All the people is okay, or anyone is running in hurry?
No, fine.
That's
Raju,
No problem, Raju.
Yeah, Aparna, see, that's a very good question. Like, why you should prefer Snowflake? In the current market, maybe all the people, or most of the people is going to be migrate to the cloud, Aparna. No one is interested to stay in the on-premises database systems. Okay, because of lot many things like regular maintenances, securities, and elasticity, and extensions, patchworks, and all those things. Okay, so almost all organizations in the current world is want to migrate to the cloud. In the next 5 to 10 years, almost most of the organizations, like 99% of the organization, is going to be migrate to the cloud services. Okay, that's the one thing here. And coming to the cloud, there is very limited services are available. As you know, AWS, Amazon Web Services, is one of the best thing, and GCP, Google Cloud Platform, and the third one is Microsoft Azure. Okay, and coming to Snowflake is one of the best competitor for among all these three. Okay, and if you choose AWS, GCP, or Microsoft Azure, those people is not only for the database systems, they are providing n number of services to AWS. Okay, n number of services in their cloud services. If you take AWS, AWS has very huge volume of services. It's 100 plus services are there. Okay, 100 plus services is there. But coming to the database system, the performance is one thing, and the pricing cost is another thing. The people will charge one common amount on regular monthly basis. If you take AWS Redshift, okay, Redshift and AWS Databricks, AWS Redshift is there. Redshift is a database system for the AWS cloud services. They're going to charge the one fixed amount. If you put the data of 10 TB of volume of data there, they're going to charge $1,000 or for every month. So there is no cost variation, and they're not going to vary on every month or whatever it is. But coming to the Snowflake, that clearly telling it's a second billing pricing. So if you're going to use 10 minutes of your time, they're going to charge only 10 minutes of your consumption. Like 10 minutes means it's maybe $5 or something. And the next 10 minutes, if you're not going to use, they don't want to charge for that amount. They don't want to charge. Why? Because you're not consuming any of their servers consumption. Okay, this should be ideal. They have their ideology. If you're going to use, they're charging. If you're not going to use, they're not charging. But coming to the remaining cloud services, they're not like that actually. One thing. And second aspect is the performance. Snowflake architecture is designed in such a way that there are very much competencies in retrieving the data. Okay, as you're new to the data warehousing, it contains like thousands of line Aparna. Okay, to retrieve the data, you're going to join number of tables and the huge volume of data, like millions, trillions of data. As you're in years, you can understand some millions, trillions of data. Okay, so when you join that millions of trillions of data, the retrieval is very slow. Retrieval is very slow. Maybe it will take 5 minutes or 10 minutes of time. But the Snowflake architecture is designed such a way that it will retrieve the data in a very fastest manner compared to remaining cloud services. The pricing is one thing, and the architecture retrieval is another thing, and the people is the elasticity and the responsive is very good when compared to the remaining cloud services. That's what you should prefer Snowflake. Obviously, there is a market competencies is there. Few people will suggest their benefits in AWS and some other things, but as a Snowflake person, I'm suggesting Snowflake is one of the best services we can adopt. I can give clear idea once we step into the course. Is that answer to you?
Yeah. Okay. Fine.
Let's go.
Raju, can I know that like if like coding and all is huge in here, or it's bit okay, like it's completely technical, or it's bit some integrated oriented?
I can't say there is no coding at all, Chandra. I don't want to give the complete false information to you. That's a very basic things, Chandra. Like if you know the basic SQLs, like update statements, insert statements, and all those things, like that, and that's more enough for you. That's more enough for you. But I'm not telling it's complete. If you see some other ETL tools like Informatica, Datasys, these are all GUIs. You know the GUIs, right? Graphical user interfaces, which are all very pictorial representations. And if you set the properties for the particular tools, and that's going to be run, and that's going to be completed the job. But as it coming to the database systems, it's not completely GUIs. It's not a GUI. It's not a graphical user interface. Okay, we should give the values to there, but it will be more friendly in nature, and it's very easy to learn few things there. It's not that much of complex. I'm not telling it's a Java or something else. Okay, maybe if you compare with Java,
yeah, that's what I want.
Yeah. If you compare with Java, it's very much easy. It's not like that actually. But I don't compare with GUIs. Okay, GUIs is completely property settings, but it's not like that actually. It has some basic basic standard things need to be implemented with the keyboard.
Okay. Okay, Raju. Thanks.
Anyone? Mahesh, Manjula, Mohammed, Yamini. Okay.
Raju, one more small question. Being
Yes.
experienced, we can move on to by learning these courses, we can move on to this, right?
Come again. I didn't get clear.
No, being experienced, for suppose I'm some 2.5 experience of other technology,
Right.
but being this, if I learn this technology, it is adoptable, and we got opportunities. We like how the opportunities will be for this course for experienced candidates.
Obviously, Chandra, that's what I told you earlier in the starting of the session, right? There is a huge scarcity of Snowflake technical things. Okay, if you know the Snowflake, and if you say like you have 1 year or 2 years of experience, your resume will be the hot pick.
Okay.
Hot pick, and that's more enough. Like 1 year, 1.5 year experience is more enough for the Snowflake development.
Yeah, that's it, Raj. Thank you.
Thank you, Chandra. Anyone? Okay. We'll wait 1 more minute for your inputs. If no, we'll end up the session. Akshaya, anything need to be shared, or you're going to take care? Okay, then I think there is no questions from the team, so we'll end up the session for today. Okay, and maybe Akshaya can keep you posted the next updates what's going. Okay, thank you all for your valuable time.
Thank you, Raju.
Have a
Thank
nice
you.
day. Thank you. Bye.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you.